Hare Krishna everyone. Hope you had a lovely day. Welcome to Soma Vedic Astrology channel. Today we will discuss about the placement 12th lord in the third house. What do you mean by the lord of the house in Vedic astrology? Now each planet has got a responsibility of handling either one or two houses. So this planets become the lord of those houses. Now look at this table to see which planet is the lord of which zodiac sign. So if you see this table, Mars is the lord of two zodiac signs, which is Aries and Scorpio. Venus is the lord of two zodiac signs, Taurus and Libra. So in this way, each of the planet has gotten a department to handle either one or two zodiac signs. Now let us try to understand that with an example. Now for example, if in your chart third lord is in the fourth house, so how you conclude whether third lord is in fourth house? So if you see, this is the first house where 12 is written, this is the second house where 1 is written, and this is the third house where 2 is written. Now what is 2? If we have a look at the table, then 2 is nothing but the Taurus zodiac sign. And who is the lord of Taurus zodiac sign? It is Venus. Okay, so what you will say then, lord of the third house is Venus. Okay, because it is the lord of the Taurus zodiac sign. And but where is Venus placed? Now Venus is placed in the fourth house of the birth chart. So this is how you will conclude that third lord is in the fourth house. So today we will check the placement 12th lord in the third house, but before that I have already made detailed videos on what all things can we see from the third house as well as from the 12th house. Please go and check that out before proceeding with this video. Also, a small disclaimer. Please note that this is a general prediction depending only on the placement of lords in a specific house. Accurate results will only come after considering the zodiac sign, planets, dignity of the planets, retrogression, combustion, aspects, nakshatra, ascendant, shadbal, conjunction, and your running time period, which is Mahadasha, Antardasha, etc. Now, 12th Lord is going four places away and sitting in the third house. Four places away shows a sense of seeking comfort, happiness, peace of mind, sense of getting luxuries. So here you are trying to, like, your desire is that, as in when you move to a foreign land or move to a distant place is when you will get that inner comfort, inner happiness, inner peace of mind, and then that you will be able to acquire the luxury that you want to. So with this placement you are seeking all of these things. Third house is part of the Upachya houses. Now Upachya house is the basically the houses of struggle and efforts and hard work. Without putting in the hard work and efforts, the Upachya houses don't give results. Having said that, things improve with time when it comes to Upachya houses, because initially when you start from scratch you don't have much idea about things. You learn and implement, and as and when you see both the positive as well as the negative side of experiences of these houses, you become mature, wise, and are able to take tough decisions in life. So as and when you become older and wise is when the significations of the Upachya houses improves with time. On the other hand, 12th house is a Dushtana house. Now Dushtana house is not so pleasant house because it is associated with certain negative elements which nobody, no human wants to experience in this lifetime. So specifically if we talk about the 12th house, it shows certain negative elements such as isolation, living in restricted restriction, hospitalization, expenses, major losses, bankruptcy. So all of these elements nobody wants to deal with in this lifetime. So now when this Upachya house and the Dushtana house is getting linked together, this is definitely kind of a mixed placement which has its own set of positive and own set of negative situations. Now Since it is Upacha and Dushtana, the crux of this placement is that you should be able to uh, you know learn on how to deal with negative situations and circumstances that come in your life. You have to grow and you have to be mature and handle, you should be able to handle all the negative situations that come in your life wisely. Okay, that is the gist of this placement. Now, third house is part of the Kama Trikon. The Kama Trikon in any chart deals with attaining the materialistic pleasures, the luxuries and comforts of life. Okay, living in abundance, living in grandeur environments is what this Kama Trikon desires are. Whereas 12th house is part of the Moksha Trikon. So, Moksha Trikon is something which detaches you from the materialistic endeavors of life. It relates to spirituality, liberation, okay, going away from the material world. Now, when these two houses are getting linked together, your desires are definitely high. You are someone who could be quite selfish in nature and wants to fulfill all the desires, but somewhere in between you would also get that, what, for what am I doing all this for? So this is kind of a situation where you are selfish at one period of time and then you wonder, why am I doing all this for? Now, 12th lord is a lord of expenses. Okay, in the dasha period of 12th lord especially, the expenses are bound to happen. And when this lord of expenses is sitting in the third house of your hobbies, skill set, it is very important that you put those expenses in upgrading your skill set, talents and hobbies, because that is going to help you in the long run. 12th lord shows losses and expenses. Third house is a house of your younger sibling. So if it is badly placed, afflicted, then one might face losses due to one's younger siblings. 12th lord shows bed pleasures, and third house is a house of efforts. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then your effort is going into seeking the bed pleasures, seeking all the these kind of pleasures and into the immoral path. So you have to be very cautious that you don't get overindulged into these activities and ignore the other aspects of your life. 12th lord shows isolation, jails, imprisonment, and third house is a house of younger siblings. So one's younger sibling might be working in a hospital, jail, any kind of isolated place, foreign lands, meditation centers, retreat camps, mental asylum, restricted area, airports. So this is what we are just talking about when generic placement, haven't considered any planets. Okay, that if there are conjunctions, aspects, all of the things are going to modify the results which we are seeing. 12th lord shows foreign lands, and third house is a house of younger siblings. So if it is well placed, then one's younger sibling might get an opportunity to move to foreign lands. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of your efforts. So if it is badly placed, you might be misdirected into one path which might not be suitable for you when this time is activated, which might lead to wasteful efforts in a wrong path. So better take some guidance from seniors in your career or whichever area it would be, so that your efforts are not wasted. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of communication. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, one might face losses or struggles due to one's communication. Basically, miscommunicating things might lead to losses. If this time period comes at early phases of life, it can show delay in the communication, delay in a speech for child. 12th lord shows isolation, and third house is a house of skill set. So one's skill set will start to develop when you live in complete isolation. For developing the skill set that you need to survive in this life, you will have to isolate yourself and dedicatedly non-stop work on your skill set and master it. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of hobbies and skills. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might have to give up on one's talents, hobbies, or skills because of certain situations that might come into your life. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of relatives, neighbors. If it is badly placed, afflicted, then one might not have good relationship with close friends, neighbors, relatives, and younger siblings. 12th lord, because it is lord of hospitalization, you basically heal and recover from the situations, negative injuries and everything. Okay, your body and from your mind, you heal in a hospital. So 12th lord also shows some form of healing, and third house is a house of your physical activity. So healing in the form of physical exercises, yoga, zumba, strength training is beneficial with this placement. 12th lord shows foreign lands, and third house is a house of short distance trips. So one might have to travel a lot during this dasha period, probably to and fro from the foreign land or from a distant place. Settling at one place will be difficult during this time period, because the time period itself demands that you have to travel multiple places. 12th lord shows your sleep, okay, and third house the house of struggle. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might struggle to sleep peacefully at night. Insomniac is the word. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of hard work, efforts. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might have to struggle in life on account of facing losses, but one has to be very strong from inside, because it is an upacha house, and slowly things will improve with time. 12th lord is the lord which shows everything international, everything foreign, and third house is a house of writing, speaking, communication. Okay, so journalism also is a part of communicative activity. So this is a good placement for journalism, anybody working in the journal field, to raise international issues, because 12th lord of international things is sitting in the third house. So it is a good placement to raise international issues, prisoner rights, mental health issues, foreign affairs, etc. 12th lord shows one's imagination, subconscious mind, and dream, and third house is a house of communication. So with this placement, one can also become a good writer who writes fiction, literally the characters and everything which one visualizes in their subconscious mind, writing about fantasy, imaginative pieces, ghost writing. 12th lord is a lord of expenses, and third house is a house of younger siblings. So one might have to do expenses on account of one's younger sibling. Maybe it could be for some education or for some reason for which we have to see the entire chart and exactly what 12th lord, third house, all of these things is. 12th lord shows mental asylum, and third house is a house of mind and intelligence. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might have to face periods of mental stress, anxiety. Okay, so one has to develop a thick skin and need to become mentally strong to deal with some difficult situations. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of your physical strength. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might have low physical stamina, low physical strength. So we already discussed the solution for this is healing activities in the form of physical training, strength training, zumba, yoga, etc. 12th lord shows losses, and third house is a house of your courage, bravery, confidence. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might have lack of courage, low confidence and low risk taking ability in life. Your courage is coming privately, because 12th lord is a lord of privacy and isolation. So courage coming in a private and isolated manner. There are some people who write negative comments online, on the face of unknown user id. So these kind of things can also be seen. 12th lord shows losses and hospitalization, and third house is a house of ears, throats, hand. So if this is badly placed, afflicted, then one might face hearing issues, ear defects, or anything related to throat and hand injury, etc. When this dasha period is activated and if it is severely afflicted. 12th lord shows foreign lands. Third house is a house of short trips. So one might take frequent short duration international travels if it is very well placed. 12th lord shows losses, hospitalization, and third house is a house of shoulders, spine, arms, ear. So if it is badly placed, afflicted, one might face hospitalization due to injury in shoulders, spine, arms, ears, etc. Or if it is well placed, then it shows that your trip to a hospital will definitely be there, but it might not be for yourself, maybe for someone else. 12th lord shows hospitals, jails, and third house is a house of communication skills. So one might also can become a therapist or counselor or healer of the underprivileged, disabled, mentally or physically ill people, older age people, people with sexual challenges, or prisoners. 12th lord shows foreign lands, and third house is the house of travel. So this is a very good combination to go to foreign land, but efforts will be required to be successful in foreign land, because third house is the house of struggle, is the house where you have to put in hard work, efforts, all the blood, sweat, and tears to become successful in life. Now, 12th Lord sitting in the third house is giving its seventh aspect on the ninth house of luck, fortune, father. So, one might feel distance with one's father. It could be a physical distance, and or it could also mean emotional or psychological distance, because the 12th lord of distance is saying ninth house of father. One might also need to be careful regarding the father's health, especially when this Dasha period gets activated. Doing charity, going on pilgrimages will be beneficial, because the 12th lord of expenses in the form of charity is seeing the ninth house of long distance pilgrimages. I will in future make separate videos with different type of planets as the 12th lord in the third house. If you have this placement in your chart, please do mention your experiences in the comments section. I hope you guys must have liked the video. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Also, please do let me know in the comments section below what more videos would you like to see. Thank you.